Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to Dr. Fala Abu and my fellow friends. My name is Aina Aqlia BINTI ABDUL HAMID, and today I would like to present about predation. What is predation? Predation is defined as the ecological process by which an animal or organism kills and feeds on another animal or an organism. A predator is an animal that kills another animal to feed on. Prey is a person who is killed to be eaten. Four types of predations. Predation can be classified into four types, which are carnivore, herbivore, parasitism, and mutualism. Carnivore predation is where prey is killed and eaten by carnivorous predators. Carnivory is commonly associated with a large animal, such as a shark or tiger, hunting smaller animals such as rabbits or deer. Carnivorous predation, on the other hand, is common in the animal world, and carnivores come in a variety of sizes, from sea otters hunting sea stars to blue whales consuming zooplankton. Each carnivore is adapted to its mode of feeding. Herbivore predation is herbivorous predation which consumes autotrophs such as plants or photosynthetic algae. Unlike carnivory, not every herbivorous interaction results in plant death. Herbivory can sometimes be beneficial to the plant as well. As the herbivore moves, the fruit seeds disperse over the wide area. Tough seed coatings are removed by the herbivore's digestive tract, and its dung fertilizes the soil, creating an ideal environment for seed germination. For parasitism, it is a type of predation in which the host provides essential nutrients for the parasite's long-term survival and reproduction. Many successful parasitic interactions result in the host losing energy, becoming ill, or losing access to nutrients. Unlike carnivory, however, the host is not always killed. The parasite is usually much smaller than the host. Lastly, mutualism is the interaction of two organisms in which hosts provide nutrients and space for another species' growth and reproduction. The host, on the other hand, is not harmed, and the interaction is mutually beneficial. Mechanism: plant-herbivore system. Defoliation and consumption are involved in this mechanism. Defoliation is a destruction of plant tissue such as leaf, bark, sap, and roots. Most photosynthesis cells in plants are found in their leaves. As a result, defoliated plants cannot convert sunlight into energy. Defoliation can result in stunned or malformed plants as well as plant death. Plant response after defoliation. Defoliation and subsequent growth cause physiological changes in the trees. Plant response after defoliation includes changes in hormonal growth regulators that control bud dormancy can occur, increases the number of insects and diseases that attack, reduces the resources available for reproduction, resulting in nutrient and mature cell loss. In some cases, defoliation kills coniferous trees because these trees lack physiological traits that allow them to recover. Prey defenses. Animals have evolved numerous ways to defend themselves against predators over millions of years of evolution. Obviously, being able to flee a predator is a desirable trait in many prey animals. However, there are some interesting but often overlooked methods of defense that involve deception and chemistry. Among these are the use of chemical defenses, camouflage, mimicry, and alarm call. Chemical defenses. Animals can use chemicals to defend themselves into two ways. First, toxic. Toxin can be synthesized by animals using their own metabolic processes. Second, it can be accumulated from the food they eat. Animals that can synthesize their own toxin can convert chemical compounds in their bodies into the poison. Skin toxins are produced by a wide range of amphibians. Skin toxins are produced by special poison glands which are usually found on the back of the animal or throughout the skin. Poison glands cover the entire body of the poisoned dart frog. Another example is the fire salamander, which produces nerve poison and can squeeze it from glands on its back. Rather than synthesizing toxin from scratch, many animals accumulate it from their food. Monarch butterfly larvae, for example, accumulates toxins from the plants they consume. Birds that consume monarch butterflies vomit and learn to avoid them in the future. Birds can remember and avoid them because of their bright coloration. Interestingly, many organisms that are repulsive to predators advertise this fact by having bright body colors or marking as if to say, "Notice me, I'm attracted." Camouflage. Camouflage animals disguise themselves as something they are not too. Their coloration, making patterns or entire body resembles something else in their environment, such as leaf or an owl in this case. In the scenes, an aptly named walking stick disguises itself as a twig to avoid being seen by a bird or other predator. It is a good example of cryptic coloring. A four-eyed butterfly fish uses deceptive markings in this image. The large spot near the tail is shaped like an eye. When predators attack the wrong end of the butterfly fish, it can swim away. Some predators rely on camouflage as well, but this time, to avoid being seen by their prey, a frogfish looks like a sponge here. Small fish swimming nearby will be swallowed by the frogfish's massive mouth. Mimicry. In mimicry, one organism, the mimic, closely resembles another, the model, to deceive a third, which is the model or the operator. The model and the mimic are not always related, but they usually live in the same neighborhood. This is like camouflage, except that the model in mimicry is generally a similar organism rather than a static part of the background environment. Mimicry can be classified into several types. Batesian mimicry and Mullerian mimicry are the two most common types. When an edible mimic resembles an unpalatable or poisonous model, it is known as Batesian mimicry. Only the mimic benefits from this type of mimicry. The scarlet king snake, a non-poisonous mimic of the extremely venomous coral snake, is an example of Batesian mimicry. The locust borer is another example of Batesian mimicry. The insect not only looks and sounds like a bee or wasp. Mullerian mimicry, on the other hand, occurs when two or more distasteful or poisonous organisms resemble each other. Both species benefit because a predator that learns to avoid one species will almost certainly avoid the other as well. The two sea slugs on the left are different species, while the other one on the right is a marine flatworm. All three secrete noxious substances that are unpleasant to eat. Take note of their aposematic coloring. Alarm call. When a predator is spotted, an alarm call is issued. If the alarm draws predator attention away from the conspecifics, it attracts predator attention away from conspecifics, which is the same species, or could entice more conspecifics to join in cooperative defenses. Alarm calls can be used to warn close relatives, such as squirrels. Alarm calls attract many potential prey who respond by mobbing, which is grouping or harassing the predator. For example, small birds harassing owls. Mobbing can occur from a safe distance or directly. The distraction displays diverts predators' attention away from eggs and young, which is very common in birds. That's all for me about the predation. Thank you for watching.